welcome back to another keyboard video where it's in this format. Without wasting that much time, I'm just gonna say that I was really busy with schoolwork and exams for the past like 10 months now. So I had no time for my keyboard hobby. I just didn't have time to mod them, spend money on them, make videos about them. So I just took a big break on that. But I think around last week I remembered I bought these switches back in October of 2021. I basically forgot about them. They sat under my bed, and now I'm here to make this video so I can show you the process of me modding the switches out. So as for the packaging, they came in some pretty plain white boxes, made labeled with test key and just an inch of a basic Shure MX switch. I'd expect more from the packaging, but I guess not. But that's besides the point. This is our main attention here, the Chaos Singularity switches. They have a bright pink stem with some shiny rainbow metal housing. There's 35 in each. I don't know how to say it's like a plate. So they sound pretty good stock, but obviously I had to mod these out because what's the point of using stock switches that I paid $70 for? So now it's just on to popping these out of the housing and to lube them. So before I crack these switches open individually, I have to take the time to admire how nice they look, because that rainbow metal is just real nice. Yeah. And up close, if autofocus would just be my friend, we can see that, yeah, it's really shiny, but also gives off the appearance of those metal steel finishes that we see it commonly often on ballad songs if you ever try shopping for those. Yeah. The pink stem is a nice add-on. Well, I think it would look more cool if it was like silver maybe. I don't know. Anyways, time to crack these open. So after 10 minutes of torture, I finally got to open up the switches. I did not notice that the springs were made out of gold apparently. That's nice to know. I haven't seen this in a while since my Aqua Kings and Telios. Bottom housing, top housing looking cool as ever. The stems looking very much like, I don't know, raspberries. Yeah. So the first step, obviously I have to bag lube the springs. I'll be back when that's done, and I'll start lubing the switches in general. So after the help of a plastic bag and our trusty friend's super lube oil, this is probably like my 5th pen now after a year doing this hobby. We can pour out the springs, and I will get the bottom housings ready for lubing, the first 12 at least. Yeah. Oh yeah, side note, I will be filming these switches with some Duroc films that I used for my Gateron Ink Blacks. I did not make a video on that because I accidentally deleted the files. I am stupid. So yeah, these are the last films I have. I thought that if, I was gonna be lubing some really fancy, expensive group buy switches, I might as well spend the effort to film them. And luckily I have exactly 61, which is perfect. Yeah. So it's been more than 2 hours straight just lubing. I've lubed 60 out of the 61 switches that we need for this modification of my board. Those 4 pieces there, that's the last switch that we need. I'll just assemble that real quick and then we can go on to the process of installing the switches onto my board. Yeah, that's gonna be even more fucking effort. Shit. So when I was installing the switches onto my board after lubing, as soon as I put the first one, there was a really bad issue where if I put in the switch, it would be damaged because my plate is just not friendly. So as you can see, I took off the plate there, and this board, it's plateless. This is the only way where I can actually use the key switches for sound test and daily usage. Yeah, I have to use it plateless. Unless I could, build some other board in the future to use these switches on, I can't do this properly today, so that's kind of unfortunate. So note for the sound test, it won't be accurate or as nice compared to lighter boards, but well, that's how it has to be. So for the sound test, this is what we're gonna have to do. I'm gonna do one playlist with the case and one playlist without the case. That's gonna be the first time I'll ever do this. And as you know, since the switches don't work with my plate, I have to, do a playlist, which means no stabilizers, which means I have to use a shift key from my space bar. It won't sound very accurate. The keys will move around, and yeah, this might be hard to record. So I'll see how it goes. So after using my Chaos Singularity switches for about 2 days now, which is not that long compared to my other videos, I can strongly say that these have been the most smoothest, most best sounding, and best feeling switch I've ever used in my life. It completely destroys my Telios and Aqua Kings by a lot. I would say the investment and time waiting for these switches to get to my house, it was worth it. Although it was a group buy, it took 6 months to deliver and 10 months to finally modify. Yeah, it was just a great switch. And without wasting much more time, I would just have to say that I would highly recommend these switches. Although I wouldn't that much because they were a group buy from a while ago. So that kind of disproves the point of buying them in the first place. I guess you could buy them off eBay for someone who's like reselling for like a outrageous price. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. I'll probably see you guys in another like 3 months. And yeah, subscribe.